Hello everybody, I'm Carl Fisk from Exist Kind, and I'm here at Pima Animal Care Center, and I'm here with Ed Tesnowski. And hey Ed, pleased to meet you. And what are we going to do here?
Well, welcome to the Pima Animal Care Center. We're at 4000 North Silver Bell Road. We're going to walk you through our new $5 million renovation that we've done, courtesy of the citizens of Pima County and the Board of Supervisors for running it through the bond system. So we built this with bond money and interest, and you're going to see some exciting new things that we're doing here.
Great. So this was voted for? This was voted for a yes?
That's correct. This was part of the bond package.
I remember
this.
Yes, you did. I voted yes for this. This is great.
Well,
so this is what I voted for.
It's been well used.
Very much so, and I've heard good things about it, and I'm going to get to see it. So let's go take a look and see what's happened. Okay, well, welcome to the newly remodeled Pima Animal Care Center out here on 4000 North Silver Bell Road. You're in our newly remodeled area, and what we've tried to do is segregate the dogs versus the cats. So when the people come in through our lobby, they'll go one way and they'll see all of the dogs, and you can see our 30 new kennels here and 34 kennels outside. And also in back of the camera, there's our new cat room where we're going to be proceeding next. And what this does, this facilitates interaction with the public because we don't have the main floor with us, and we have that different noise barrier there. So in the past, you were in there with 400 dogs, and you could not, you couldn't hear each other think. Right.
Now, however, they're segregated, and you have a little bit more time to interact with the dogs. Plus, we have new meet and greet areas that you can take a look at.
Oh, that's
where
great.
Where you can take your dog out. And
you can actually
handle them for a while.
Out of the way between you and the adoptable animal.
Right.
I've noticed the animals that you put up for adoption are always very even-tempered. I mean, because I've been dealing with them for a while, and I've never had trouble with a dog. So.
Well, all our animals are screened for adoptability, and they're screen for animal aggression and people aggression, and we have trained individuals. We have an animal advocate here on staff that does that and takes the dogs and makes sure that they have no problems or no baggage that would stop them from being successfully adopted.
Right. Now you've done other things. You have a new filtration system which helps keeps the animals healthy.
Yes, we've gone from a swamp cooler system to a 6 times per hour complete air change with air handlers on top of the building. They call them buses. And what that does, it takes all of the old air out and it dumps it outside and brings completely new air in. So it cuts down on odor, but more so, it actually helps with the health benefits to the animals. We don't have the airborne illnesses that we used to.
Right, that's great. Well, it's been many years since I actually came through here. So all of the animals that I've ever got are rescue animals, but coming down here myself, over the years, nothing but improvement.
Right. Well, we've done a lot. I mean, just underneath the concrete here, what you don't see is that we've undergrounded all the drains. And that, again, is another health benefit to the animals. They can't physically access the drainage system, so it keeps them from spreading one disease from kennel to kennel to kennel. So that also has been a major improvement here.
So when you say kennel to kennel to kennel, you mean like in this immediate area?
Right. Just like, you cannot access the drainage system if you look into those kennels. If you're a dog, you can't stick your nose down into it, and if you have a disease, then it flows down the drainage system, and the other animals get it.
And this boils down to saving lives, ultimately?
Well, yes, it does. It gives you a more adoptable, healthier animal.
Right. Okay, wonderful. Well, let's move on to the next area. And, I sure thank you for the first segment.
No problem, sir. Welcome to our new Get to Know You area. Hey there.
So
this area is where individuals can come out and they can take a dog like this. This is one of my favorite dogs here. His name is Goofy, aka Artie. He has 2 names. He's been here since the 1st of May, and we need to find him a good home. He's what we call a special needs adoption. He needs someone that will actually know a little bit about dogs because he likes to put his mouth on you. And some people, they say, oh, he's biting, but he's not biting. He's just very oral, you can see. And so we need someone who knows a little bit about dogs to take him. He would like to be what we call the alpha male. But he can't be the alpha male because he'd run your household. So Artie needs somebody that will say, now you behave. And he and I've come to that understanding. He's a great dog.
The special needs dogs are harder to adopt.
They are.
And they're just as wonderful and sometimes even better pets than you might expect because they're grateful.
They are. And what people don't understand is if you already have a dog and you're afraid the dog you want to adopt won't get along with that dog, bring your dog with you when you come down here. You can come into a space like this.
Idea.
You can bring your dog out
and they can see whether or not they interact and get along together.
And they'll know right away a lot. Most dogs pretty much know right away, at least on a first introductory level.
Yeah, after about 10-15 minutes of everybody sniffing everything, they kind of settle down. But we actually have volunteers that will monitor that, so you don't have to do it alone.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so we want to make sure no one gets hurt. We want to make sure all the animals are happy. And a dog like Artie, if anybody's looking for someone like him, we'd love to have you come down.
Really, really good. So you can introduce the animals here to see how they might get along. That is an excellent idea.
Right.
And then that lessens the bring back. Bringing back. You don't have to bring an animal back. Really good service. So very smart thinking.
Well, the other thing is, dogs are pack animals. So if you have one, they'll be a lot happier if you have two.
Absolutely.
So,
right.
It goes back to what I said earlier. We screen all the dogs for animal aggression and people aggression.
Right.
And so when you bring your dog in here, you have a 90% chance that things are going to go well.
Go well, right. And like you said, they are pack animals, and they really, really are. They may make you think otherwise with some small jealous behavior, but ultimately they are happier with another animal. So if you have one dog and you can afford and have a heart for another dog, please come to Pima Animal Care Center and adopt a dog or cat right away, because these animals need you today.
Our 30 new kennels. And they have
outside.
They're indoor outdoor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see.
They're indoor outdoor. We'll go in a minute.
That's beautiful.
The good thing about these is you can see that the walls are mainly stainless steel. You can see there are no open drains, so all the fecal material has to be gathered out and then hosed down.
Right.
So there's not that transmission of disease through fecal matter.
Right.
We have the floors that are epoxy coated, again for cleanliness and sanitary reasons. We have self-waterers, and these dogs are fed twice a day. Their kennels are cleaned at least 4 times a day, and so while they're here, they're very well taken care of.
I'm really, really impressed with the improvements that have happened over the years. So you guys are really, from what I gather, your emphasis is on being humane and in finding homes for as many animals as possible, and like you say, taking good care of the animals. I remember back in the 70s when you brought an animal from this same facility, you might pick 100 ticks out of the animal. And I'm telling you the truth about that one.
Well, I mean, the ticks are a big problem in Pima County, and you wouldn't think that being in the desert. We have dogs that come in here and they're loaded with ticks. So on intake, we give them an examination. They're tested for parvo. They are given their vaccination for distemper, and then if the parvo test comes back negative, then we put them in a kennel, and before they're adopted they get rabies. They're also treated for ticks and fleas with a product we call Protocol, which is an oil that you wipe between their shoulder blades and their tail, root of their tail, and then in about 3 or 4 days the ticks start to drop off. It's a systemic, and so we try to get all of that done.
That's great. That's really great. So this very, very nice, clean animals.
Yeah, we can't say enough, to thank the voters of Pima County for this was all done with bond issues, and for the Board of Supervisors to approve this. It's really been a blessing to the animals and to the service that the citizens receive.
Right. Well, I think you guys are doing a good job. It's a tough job. And that's the problem with it. It is tough work.
Right. So inside, these again are all climate controlled. So in the summer, this is air conditioned, as you can see, and in the winter it's heated. We of course keep the doors open so that they can come in and out. We're going to put air curtains on those doors eventually to cut down on the heating and cooling costs.